Hi students, welcome to part 4, factors influencing gastrointestinal absorption of the drug, part 4. In this part 4, what we are going to be study, here we know physicochemical properties of drug substances only we are going to be study. In this video, we will see the pseudo polymorphism. What I have highlighted with the red ink is called as a pseudo polymorphism, hydrates, solvates. Hydrates, solvent. That point we will cover in this video, right? Okay. So in the last video, I have already told you what is a crystalline structure, non-crystalline, that is amorphous form. It is a very important in the exam. They will ask you amorphous form is nothing but a non-crystalline form. Okay, these points we have already covered. The polymorphism we have covered, enantiotropic covered, monotropic covered. Okay, in this here we will see stoichiometric complexes. It is also called as a pseudo polymorphism. This is also one of the important bit for all competitive examination. What are the pseudo polymers? Organic solvents, hydrates. It is nothing but stoichiometric complexes. In the exam they will give you what are the pseudo polymers. Options they will give you crystalline, non-crystalline, non-stoichiometric, enantiotropic. Like that, they will give you. You have to choose the correct. It is a stoichiometric complex. That and all what we will see. Stoichiometric. Yeah. Stoichiometric complexes. See, crystallization, I told that crystallization is always done from the hypersaturation, that is a super saturation of the solutions. From that only. See here. See, first I have a thing. The solution. This solution, I will heat it. So more and more solvent is dissolved here. More and more solute is dissolved. That I will go for filtration so that cooling is there. Immediately I reduce the temperature. Cooling. It is nothing but cooling. When I filtered, I am reducing temperature. All the crystals is formed. See here, crystallization. Crystals are always obtained from the solvent only. That point very, very strongly you have to keep in your mind. Now, crystals are made from solvents only. During the crystallization process, during the formation of these crystals, what happened? There is a chance of the entrapment of the solvent. Chance of the entrapment of the solvent, what we have used there, solvent. It enters. In such a case, what we have to do? Then those type of crystals are called as a stoichiometric complexes. Stoichiometric complexes is nothing but a crystal having a which is entrapped some solvent inside. See here, this is the here you can see the how to formation of a crystals. Crystal consists of a inside, see, liquid drops are there. These drops are called nothing but a solvent of this. It is entrapped at the center. This solvent, this entire complex is called as a stoichiometric complex. In this stoichiometric complex, inside the solvent which is trapped is called as a solvent of crystallization. If this solvent of crystallization is water, then you can say it is a hydrate. So in hydrate is nothing but we know no hydrous form, anhydrous form. This is a hydrous form. Solvent of crystallization is the water. It is a more common. Here, this is a organic solvents. Solvent of crystallization is a organic solvent. That is only the change. For both are having a liquid droplets inside. That is nothing but a solvent. Solvent of crystallization. If solvent of crystallization is water, then you can say it is a hydrate. If it is a organic solvent, then you can say it is a organic solvent. Organic solvent. Solvates. Like that. Yeah. Which is more soluble, which is less soluble? First, we will compare the hydrates. Only hydrates I will take. See here, hydrates. Here, what we have, these are the hydrates. Hydrates means water. Anhydrous means doesn't consist of water. That's it. Okay. Non-stoichiometric it is a, because it doesn't have a solvent inside. Then you can say it is a non-stoichiometric. Okay. So hydrous form. See, hydrates form is always associated with the water molecule. Then that's why the name hydrous name itself indicates associated with the water molecule. Here it is not associated with the water molecule. This is anhydrous form. But keep in your mind, anhydrous form is more soluble, more dispersible, so more absorption, more bioavailability. Here it is associated, it is already somewhat saturated with the liquid, because already liquid is there inside, water is there inside. It is already associated with that. So since it is compromised with the water, so it is having a time to spend that only. Even though water is coming externally, it won't like that much, because it is ready here. It is having more energy here. It is having, whenever water will comes, immediately it will be soluble. So anhydrous form, here you can see the example. Ampicillin is available in hydrous form. Ampicillin is available in anhydrous form. Theophylline is available in hydrous form. Theophylline is also available in the anhydrous form. Here you can see theophylline anhydrous form. Okay, using for extended release tablet. Theophylline. Okay, here theophylline monohydrate. Here anhydrate. Ampicillin trihydrate. Here ampicillin anhydrate. Okay, so some examples I have shown. Here you can see this is a hydrate form. This is a hydrate. Okay, like that you can keep in your mind. Okay, and the reason why these hydrate forms are already in interaction with the water. So thermodynamically having a higher energy state, so less energy for the crystal to break up. That point you have to keep in your mind. Order of a dissolution, anhydrous forms is having a more soluble. That point is very, very important. Anhydrous form is more soluble than the monohydrate. Monohydrate is more the dissolution, having a more solubility than dihydrate. Dihydrate is having a more solubility than the trihydrate. Okay. Now you come to the organic solvents. That is the second part. See what we saw here. Solvents. Hydrates and anhydrates will completed. Organic solvents, non-solvents, that we will see. This is the organic solvent. This is the non-solvent. Organic solvent means some organic solvent is entrapped inside the crystal. This organic solvent, suppose say chloroform. Here you can see, I will tell you one example. It is very dangerous. Griseofulvin drug molecules you have prepared using a solvent of crystallization, chloroform. Chloroform is dangerous. You know that it is having a, we will get a numbness and we want to sleep. We tends to sleep. Chloroform depresses the central nervous system. Some chloroform is always there inside the griseofulvin crystals. Okay, if you are making with that griseofulvin tablet and if you are anybody consuming, it is very dangerous. Okay, see here, dangerous. It is exactly opposite to that of here. If it is hydrated, it is having a associated with the hydrous. That's why it is less soluble. Here it is not like that. It is associated with the solvent, but it is more soluble. More soluble. Opposite of that. More soluble, more dispersible, more absorption, more bioavailability. Common points. It is not associated with the solvent. Okay. It is a more soluble, it is a less soluble. Keep in your mind. Okay. So less soluble. Here you change this. Less soluble, less dissolution, less absorption, less bioavailability. Okay. It is the safest. It doesn't have any solvent. Here it is. This point you have to change. Okay. Keynote. If solvent is toxic, then preparation is not fit for the therapeutic use. That point you have to. In the next video, we will complete the part 5. So I will end my session here.